Hello. Okay, we're working. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream again for Friday. We're here again with me, Vokimeo, as usual. Um, we should be working, right? Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. It's gonna be chill again today. Not too sure what to do again, other than just continue playing games and stuff like that. I did enjoy my morning. Woke up a little bit late. I kind of slept a little bit late from last night. And then I woke up like 10 o'clock, and started doing everything, my morning routines and stuff. And then it's now like almost 4 o'clock. So we're here. I didn't eat much. I think I ate like a little cup of rice, and like three small little longanisas and stuff. So that's all I ate, and then maybe shakes, like fruit shakes and stuff like that. And then we should be good, And I watched a couple of animes and stuff. I enjoy the trashy animes this season. Not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting, dude. Like Jack of all trades was actually pretty nice. Kunon the sorcerer, the optimistic lord defense, stuff like that. My god, I was like, we got bang. Usually when I watch like trash, because I love trash anime, sometimes it's like dull, you're just there to pass time, just watch it and stuff like that. But this one I was like, oh, okay, I gotta tear up a couple times and stuff like that. But like, wow, not bad. Especially Helmo, there was like a new episode today. That was fun. Felt like Final Fantasy when he did his first battle. That was good. So yeah, that's pretty much what I did. And then I was like, I know I won't be going up late because I have church this evening. So so I won't be up for too long for streaming. But consistency is always key, right? So that's what I'm here today. Right? I was thinking of just maybe playing just a couple of games just to get stream started. If somebody comes to the stream, welcome. I definitely would love to talk with anybody. If there's anybody. Other than that, I'm just gonna keep slowly talking and just continue to chill, right? Let's see. I was unfinished with the arena breakout. I'm still having fun with that game. Last game, I'll have to check because I may have to grab a couple stuff, so I'm gonna open up the game. I've been having fun with the arena breakout lately. It's not bad, even though I'm such a noob. But I definitely enjoy the game. Not gonna lie, I enjoyed it a lot. Let's see if I can get the game going. And I'm trying to get the habit in case if anybody watches the stream. Because last time I had like one good comment after like so many hours of streaming. Not in a single stream, but I was like streaming for so long, like being in this gig for like 1 to 2 months already, and I missed it, dude. I missed it. I was like, dang, bro, that's crazy. So let's get it up and running. Let me see. Let me check in chat. Okay. All right. So I have something to help me with oh, that was a strong that was loud. Give me a second. That is loud. That's a UI volume, right? No. That's whose voice is that when it's like doing that? I don't know. But I'll definitely lower it for now. I'll lower that way we can get, because I have my volume mixer here. So we should be good. Yeah. I have a random stream generator just to help me get something working. Just to help me talk and stuff in case if anybody comes. So it's just a random questions that I just have to answer and stuff like that as we go throughout the run. Let me see if this works. Boom. What is the first video game you ever played? Ooh. First ever video game I played. The earliest memory was Crash Bandicoot Crash Team Racing on the PS1. Yes. Yeah, that's the earliest that I've ever remembered my first video game ever. It was my older relatives and my older brother that invited me like a couple times to, like, you know, a compound where all the families are living in. And I remember being there. It was just so vivid. It was like, wow, what are they playing? I was like, what is this? Like, I want to join too. And I didn't know that was video games back then. But man, that was memory though. I remembered those were good times. But yes, Crash Bandicoot was ever one of the. I think it may have been the first game I've ever played. Like, really, like before I delved in, before I remembered. My dad, he used to play games as well. Back in like early 2000s. I remember him playing Far Cry 1. That was like an old game, like the OG Far Cry game, dude. That was a long time ago, and I remember I was so immersed by the game because it was like, you know, you've never seen anything like it, you know, like seeing all these environments, the gameplay and stuff like that, and the story. And I mean, not that I interested in the story back then, but it was just like, whoa, all these aliens, that's scary stuff. Oh man, I remembered it back then. That's probably one of the biggest reasons probably why I play games nowadays. But dang, I made bank on that thing, dude. I made like 1.8 mil. I didn't get to sell the marksman rifle in this one, so it's closer to what I got. Ooh, that was a good bank, dude. That was good. Let me see if I can sell this for a little cheaper. But yeah, because of let me see, minute 407. Because of that, that's what got me into games. And then I remember Left 4 Dead 1. Oh my goodness, I used to play with my older brother. Oh man, I remember laughing, dude. We were laughing so much at that game because it was my first zombie game. So whenever we were at the rooftop, right, the rooftop was the first level. And then we saw the stairs down, and we saw a zombie running up, and we quickly closed the game, and we were laughing so bad because of how ridiculous it was. But like, we really closed the game for that one zombie because it was the first time, and it was in the middle of the night too. Oh my god, those are good times. It was in the middle of the night. Oh man. I used to remember with my kuya, my older brother. We used to play a lot of games, man. It was like a lot of RTS games. The Battle for Middle Earth. Oh man, like with controlling Gandalfs and stuff. I used to play with the dwarfs races, man. And that was a long time ago, dude. That was like more than a decade. Sheesh, man. I haven't seen my kuya in quite some time now. I was supposed to plan to see him this April, but you know, if not that anyone's been, you know, watching my channels or, you know, explaining my stuff like that, but I'm trying to get out of my nursing job. Maybe informatics would be the last time I would ever give it a chance, but you know, I'm glad I have my family to support, but you know, time's running out, so I might have to go back to it. You know, might have to go back and sacrifice all my self-care for that, get back to all the, you know, the causes of, you know, the results of continuing in a career that stresses the heck, you know, because you're handling people's lives. And you know, if you aren't really that motivated, I just don't want to become one of those nurses that are just like, you know, so dead and lost their compassion. It's real, man. It's real. So I don't want to go back to that. And frankly, it would just kill me, dude. I mean, I got to the ER twice because of that, because of gut issues and stress issues, stress cramps and all that good stuff, which is honestly, it's so painful. Every time I get stressed too much. So that's one of the effects, man. You know, when you've worked, and it was just a measly 2 years, you know, but 2 years felt like 10 years, 20 years. It really felt that long. So yeah, I've left that for about 4 months now. But my resources are definitely dwindling out. So I might have to get back to that. So that's definitely something that's got me. I don't know how to explain it. Muya muya, like like a little bit sad. Because I do wanna like chase whatever the things that I wanted to do. Because I've never really known I never really explored much of the things that I really wanted to do. Right. The only thing that I only discovered is like, wow, I guess I do love video games. But I know it's not profitable in a real world setting. I don't want to give too much of my financial burdens to my parents. So that's where I am at right now. Yeah, dang, what happened to the first question? The first question for the first video, and I just kept on compounding. I guess that's how you talk in streamer. And I've closed away the Twitch stats because sometimes it's just kind of depressing to just see if nobody views. So I'm gonna close it off, and whoever is watching, I will never know how many viewers I got. Nor will I ever know. The only thing I will ever know is that somebody would chat, and I was like, oh hi, oh hey. That's how I ever know. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep talking about it. But yeah, so apparently I do like to stream. I've for as much of an introvert as I am, I was just quite surprised, and I'm like, oh damn. So I guess I just love to, I just love to stream for some reason, and it gets you out, gets you talking and stuff. So gets me to practice. But man, I haven't moved up. I mean, I'm pretty much ready for this build. I'm probably gonna continue playing. But that's pretty much where I'm at now. So I'm gonna keep streaming for as long as I could. But eventually, I guess it's gotta stop at some point when I have to focus on my con. So I'm giving streaming some chance. Before I begrudgingly go back to no streaming. So that's where I'm at. Otherwise, Crash Bandicoot is the first thing I've ever played. Yay! Oh, okay. A new question about is water wet? That's a meme. I'm gonna put a new question. That's a meme, bro. That's a meme. I can't even answer that question. It's like it's just way too much deep stuff. Not really deep because everything went wet, but I mean, some people got it. Family's coming over. What are you doing for dinner? Well, I've been making burritos, for my parents and well, my parents didn't really eat the burrito, but I did. But I've been making burritos. For some reason I've had like a craving for them nowadays. Maybe because ever since I went to Chipotle, I mean, I usually grab the cup, what do you call it? The bowls, and then that's what I would eat. And then I got a burrito one time and I loved it. Maybe because it was like the warmth of the burrito, and then it just encompasses it. Just the bowl just doesn't beat that. You know what I mean? You can just grab it. Because I'm Filipinos, so we do eat with our hands, but it's not like I'm grabbing stuff. It's proper. It's proper. Use your fingers and you wash your hands. But I loved it. I was like, oh my goodness! Like you can just eat and get and you leave nothing. You don't throw away to the trash or stuff. You just gotta wash your hands and you're done with it. So I was shopping, and then I was like, let me just buy a little bit of this and that, some Chipotle creamy sauces and stuff, a little bit of beans and a little bit of Impossible meat with a chicken. I mean, some Impossible meat chickens are pretty good. So I had that, I assembled everything. Oh my gosh, woo! I loved it, man. So that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been eating lately. So if family's coming over and what I'm gonna do for dinner, I'm just gonna do like a burrito stand. You know what I mean? Let's just have all this stuff. And I was like, what do you want? Yes. Don't worry, we're not Chipotle. We're not skimping over our choices. But my younger sister, whenever she makes the burritos, she showed up a couple of times on stream. She would make this one burrito, and then the rice is like overwhelming to the top. I was like, how are you gonna eat that? I don't know if you check on last stream. I was like, how are you gonna eat all that? You're not even gonna wrap the entire thing because the rice will now fall over, dude. So we made it into a taco, bro. And that's what she ate. The big thing. She had to slice it up with mom because it was way too much, dude. I was like, And then yesterday, and she made another one, but the thing is, she overheated the tortilla to the point where it became hard, and so when we wrapped it, it was like the only thing that's holding the burrito was you know the nori sheets, the seaweed sheets from Japan. um we order those big. I know there's always the small ones too that you put for small rices, but we do have the big ones too. You can buy them. And that's what we put on the. So it's basically like a sushi burrito. So it's a tortilla and then the sushi on top. So it gives it a bit more flavor in the rice and everything else that you have to put in, and then you roll it. No, for her, the tortilla was like so crushed. I don't know if I can show you a picture, dude. Oh my goodness, it was way too funny. I don't know if I can show it on stream, but the way it's just about 4 burrito wrap, dude. It was nutty, man. Yo, I don't know how to show this image. Give me a second, boys. Dude, like the only thing that was holding it back, the only thing that's holding the thing back is crazy amounts, dude. Let me see. How do I save this picture? Let me save this picture. It was funny. She had to eat a different way. You know what I mean? She had to eat a different way. Let me see. This one. Okay. I don't know if I can show it on stream real quick. If I turn off, maybe it'll show it. The game capture. Yeah, there you go. There you go. You see this? You see this? this is a disgrace, dude. Look, man. So you see this entire this burrito is not even holding it anymore, dude. The only thing that's holding this entire thing is this sushi thing that's wrapped around. So that became the tortilla. While this one is doing nothing but becoming chips. You know what I mean? Like she's having like sushi burrito and chips at this point, bro. I cannot, dude. So that is what happened to her. That's what happened to her. My God, I can't even speak, dude. It was the first time I've seen it in a while, and it was just yesterday. So I kept laughing about that one. Oh, dude. So I was like, you gotta eat that. I mean, it's delicious, but you gotta eat that one. You know what I mean? Oh man, that was. Whew, I could not stop laughing, dude. All right, dude. Let's get a new question going. I mean, this is okay. This random generator for stream like question stuff, it helps a lot, dude. Like not gonna lie. Oh man, it's just something just pops up, dude. All right, let me check context real quick. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's how I show you the pictures. Then I just download it. Oh, dude. But yeah, she eventually ate the entire thing, and it was delicious. It was delicious, mind you. But it's just the way it looks is just a disgrace, my guy. Ooh. Well, there's a level 4 helmet that can put a mask on for 45k. Not bad, dude. I wonder if I can put this. Oh, accessory missing. I was thinking maybe what is this? What is this compatible of? DK5. DK8 and DK6 security ballistic mask. So I can pair it with this one, and then you can have an IND tech for around so cheap. I don't know how much I bought this, but that was kind of cheap to buy. Let me see. Are there another level 4s that I've bought? I've sold it. I've sold it, so let me see. If that's the case, I could invest now that I got something cheaper. Let me see. Let me see what armors I can buy for a little bit cheaper. I should have not maybe sold them, but you know what? They were still pretty good. What's a cheaper armor that I can buy? There isn't really any. There isn't really any cheap armor that you can buy. Not gonna lie. But a level 3 regulation. Get something spicy just a little bit. Get something working. Okay. Alrighty. We should be ready to go. 20,000. That's 20,000. Everything should be good. Okay. New families come. Okay. Can you play an instrument? I used to play the piano back in the early days. Like when I was like 12 to 15 years old. It's kind of funny because the only reason I wanted to play the piano and to dedicate myself those years was because I just wanted to play Maple Leaf Rag and the Pirates of the Caribbean theme song. That's it. So I practiced the entire. And I mean, I was able to read a little bit of the notes, and stuff like that. But mostly, I was just looking. I was just looking through my teacher and just trying to memorize the thing, and that's my motivation for learning the piano. I mean, I did kind of suck at it a bit, but eventually I was able to master it long enough that I could play both of those pieces, and I just kept playing them for so long. At some point, I kind of broke my piano because I guess I was that happy to be able to play some, and it's not even one of the complicated composition one. It was just like a basic beginner level play that sounds pretty decent. With enough expression that you'll be able to be able to impress people. But after that, I stopped. When I came back, when I got to America first time in 2017, I played it for one last time, and I know Keisha's a recording of it. And that was the last time I've ever played it. And never again. So yep, I used to play the piano. I also used to play the sax for a little bit of short time. I could never really stick with it. In terms of interests in the instrument side, I am interested a little bit of the cello, but never really had the commitment and the funds to be able to provide that. So, and there isn't even any rentals nearby as well, so I wasn't able to learn I'm not never able to start learning the cello. But if I was given the chance, someday, I'll definitely learn just a bit. Because I just found the cello pretty good. I'm into epic music, right? And I listen to them a lot. I do listen to some hi-fis, lo-fis, and stuff like that, but mostly I listen to epic music. And that's why you have Celtic musics in the background running. You have all sorts of, it's not like the hi-fis that usually most people are playing. I have epic musics. I have Celtic musics, tavern musics. Those are the musics that I'm interested about. So that's what got me into the cello, because sometimes you would I think Thomas Bergerson uses that a lot, the cello. And man, it sounds so epic whenever you get to hear cellos running in the forefront, and I just felt it was kind of epic, and it felt emotion driven. The cello with the with the mid range. Oh man, it's amazing as well. So if I ever get the chance to be able to try and learn, I definitely would try that. So yeah, I have an interest for the cello if it ever comes up. Would you rather be able to run at 100 miles per hour or fly at 10 miles per hour? If flying at 10 miles per hour or run at 100 miles per hour, how fast is 10 miles per hour? Not that fast, right? So running at 100 miles per hour does seem kind of nice, not gonna lie. But flying at 10 miles per hour means that I am able to fly. If you know about it, you can float now. Not that it would bode well for my fat body. But being able to float will definitely probably cause a lot of relief from my back problem, because I kind of broke my back, not gonna lie. Um, I wasn't taking care of my back. I was lifting stuff with the back muscle instead of the knees, like nursing a seat taught. So I messed up my back just a bit of time, so it does kind of hurt. So maybe floating would definitely get you to relieve some of that. That's all I'm thinking now. Now you could float like the what do you call that game? Expedition 33, that Asian lady, main character, where you can now float. I would like that than running 100 miles per hour. If if you weren't given, what did the question say? If you rather be able. So if I was able, that means, but that means if you are able, that means your body would be able to compensate for that. If I'm able to do it without any problems, flying at 10 miles per hour still seems kind of still beneficial for me, because sometimes when you're at high places and you're very like tempted to fall off, I don't know, the dark void kind of stuff calls. Not that you're suicidal or anything like that, but if in the, because it only takes one time to die, if ever in the chance like some bum ass dude would push me while I'm, I don't know, maybe at the cliff or something, being able to fly will definitely save my life. But it will definitely not save me from a shooting. Oh my god, dude! I was just thinking, I would still rather be able to fly though, but you can say there's definitely many benefits to be able to run 100 miles per hour. I just want to fly, dude. That's just what it is. What's the longest you've stayed awake? Man, what's the longest I've ever stayed awake? Back when I had problems, before I went to the ER, for the second time, that was just a couple months ago, I stayed awake for almost 18 hours. Not bad. 18 hours, because I couldn't sleep that night, and I was already awake the entire day since morning. So that's already 12 hours. And another 6 hours. Oh, shoot. I may have been awake for like 18, 24. Like more than 24 hours. Holy shoot. Yeah, before I was able to get some sleep, because the constipation was, slowing down. And then a couple days after that, I went to the ER. Dang, I've been awake. Yeah, I was awake, because I was awake earlier that yesterday. Well, not that yesterday, but that yesterday from last month. And then the next day, I couldn't sleep the entire night. I couldn't sleep the entire night, and then I stayed up for another like 6 or 8 hours, so like close to 30 hours, I think. Oh my goodness. No wonder I was so freaked up, man. But that's the longest I've stayed awake that I remember. So yeah. Dang, this random question generator got me talking a lot. How long have I been talking, dude? 28 minutes? That's the longest I've ever talked. Like a just chatting stream? I should just put the just chatting on the as a category for like the first 30 minutes and move on to games. Dang. So yes. So that is all the questions. If you've missed the burrito scene, that got me laughing so hard. So let's go. Let's get a match in. Because I'm not gonna be staying for too long, but I'm gonna stream more maybe tomorrow and Sunday. Just to keep up with the consistency. Saturday night I might or might not stream. Just only because it's I'm a Seventh-day Adventist, so Sabbaths are no go for me. But I could definitely stream after Sabbath, which is that night. But usually the guildmates that I play with on the Philippines are awake that morning, so they may or may not invite me to play. Not that I've played with them for quite some time now, but they might. But if they don't, my siblings might play with me. Maybe my friends here in the US might play with me. I have no idea what happens, and that's what the stream is. Chill stream, anything goes. I might stream, I might not stream, but definitely in the weekdays while I'm still trying to get on with the streaming. Not really career at this point. It's just like a hobby, but I'm always hoping that maybe it would 4 people, that maybe it might sustain me someday, man. but it's so unrealistic to be able to expect anything. You know what I mean? Like those people who are the high up, they're like the top 1%. You know what I mean? And hearing like success stories like Queso, it gets you motivated. But realistically, you should never dream of such things because it's just unhealthy. It's unhealthy, in so what I'm saying. So you just enjoy. If you ever do top off, hey, that's great. That's great. But definitely
Hello.
we ain't going anything. Hello.
Hi.
What's up?
All right.
No hablo inglés, joven.
Let me lower down them real quick. Hello, hello. I might die because I'm already behind. I haven't voice chatted yet. Oh shoot, I forgot to change the stream real quick. There you go. I hear somebody in the. I might die, dude. Not gonna lie. We'll see. I know there's gonna be people who's gonna try to snipe us all. Stuff like that, right? We're just gonna have to see. We're just gonna have to loot. If we die, that's just gonna be it. It's gonna be the end of the stream. Just kidding. Nobody went here? Did somebody already loot here? No, right?
The loot is so fucking trash.
Oh, itchy fuel. I'll still take it. Not gonna lie. Let me lower down the stream volume real quick so I can hear.
Maybe, I'm not sure.
Kill one guy.
Ah, good job.
There might be more. Just saying. Right over you. Oh man, I spent a lot. I think that was more than 50 pounds as well. I'm gonna take that out of raid. Oh, my bad. Damn.
What did you shoot?
Nah, I thought somebody was in me. My bad, dude.
Ay, ay, ay.
I do have juices, so I should be good in terms of crime. But I'll grab it just in case. Right over yours.
Okay.
One dead.
Good job.
Okay. Oh man, what are these? What are these loots, dude? It's so bad. $50K with a 15K sight. I'd rather just get that. Okay. All right. I think I got this for cheap anyway. We'll be fine.
Yes, sir.
Oh, we're coming. Man, we're killing 2 peeps. 190. Oh, that's pretty close by.
Fuck.
You good? You good?
Mm-hmm. Steps close to me, close to me.
Okay, I'm almost dead. Almost dead. Cover me. Cover me.
Yeah.
You got him.
I think I got him, I'm not sure.
I'm gonna cover him. Cover you. I'm almost healed.
Yes.
There should be about all of them. All 3. We should be good.
Oh, good.
Nice. Shots right there. 280. Not bad, dude. Not bad. Not bad. Behind us? Was that you? Oh, okay, okay. I mean, 400 per round is not bad, not gonna lie. So, I'll take that. It does have 65,000. Can't really find anything else. Good job, good job, good job.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm good with that. 500k is good enough for me. I'm gonna extract back at the base.
Yeah, same. How much money do you have?
500k, not too much, but I'm good enough.
Yeah. That's fine. Yeah, same for me.
Okay. I'm gonna have to see. I think I hear somebody on our right, but hopefully it's a bot.
Yeah,
Okay, that's a bot. We're good.
nice.
We're good, boys. 3 ops eliminated. That was nice. I thoroughly enjoyed that one, not gonna lie. I think I enjoyed that one. Definitely need a 50 rounder, not gonna lie. Oh, somebody's chatting. GG.
GG, baby.
Good job on that team kill right there. We killed like a lot of people there. What, four guys versus 2? Nice
Yeah.
job, bro.
Yeah.
Nakbara. Okay, boys. Good job, everybody. Good job. All right, let's transition back. Answer a couple more questions. Get some practice done. Enjoyed it. Do you think people will go to Mars in your lifetime? People have already been. Have people already been to Mars? No, right? No, don't think so. Well, I'm gonna be if average lifespans have have anything to go by, and I was born in 2000, so if I get to live up to like by God's grace up to like maybe 60, 80 years old, yeah, it might be doable in our lifetime. I would think so. Unload magazine. Okay, you only got that. All right, so I'm gonna sell that thing, sell everything. Maybe except for the grenades definitely did help. It's because I only got them from the other side, so I enjoyed that run. As for people who go to Mars, I don't think so. No. I think so. Sorry. I think people will go to Mars in my lifetime. Just maybe down the road. But not that I think about this too much. What is the ugliest animal in the world? You know that cat from the meme? Oh, what is that alien? Maybe that's the ugliest animal in the world. I don't know, man. I feel like all animals are beautiful. You know what I mean? In their own way. You know, you could say maybe hippopotamus are ugly in their own way, which is, I mean, depending on your opinion, right? But the first thing I thought when it came to mind, yeah, maybe that cat. He was pretty like, oh man, it was this ugly cat. My goodness. Oh, I get to I'm gonna reuse that Molotov. Let me see. So let me sell this one real quick, boys. Rush stack, return to storage. The rest you sell. I think I may have lost, because I know there was like a mission where I have to bring out from raid a high energy fuel. But I may have lost that because the last stream there was only 4 hours left, and you can tell that it's been more than 4 hours since that happened. So yes, sir. But I will double check to see if I can find that again. I'm desperately trying to find it. I'm trying to find it. Okay, warm winters and open fire. Okay. Yep, I don't see it anymore. Bountiful charms, limited offers, events, maybe a store might have them. I lost it, bro. I lost it, friend. So yes, it might have been gone. But this is brought out from raid, so just saying. Ooh, I'm gonna upgrade that one. Okay, 30 to 60. Yes, sir. Storage. I didn't even know about that. So we'll keep that piling up. Okay. Would you ever do a 24-hour stream? I would. If I gain enough traction, which I don't think I will get. I am that deep below the the oversaturation of all the streamers. I don't think I will ever come to that, dude. Realistically, like I don't expect much, to be honest, from this journey going forward. So it's always it's good to keep a humble head. I don't know, like I feel like I'm that unentertaining streamer, but maybe everyone feels that way, because I don't want my streams to end up just like in the dark and just like you know what I mean. I do try to make it as interesting, but also not keeping myself compromising myself in a way where like, oh, you're gonna have to do everything in a way that way you can get somebody to clip you and then get you to like a Twitter, and that's how I mean that could work, but at that point your personality doesn't match with what you are, and sometimes I feel like that's a big demotivator for me if I end up like acting a little bit off of myself, and to think that I have to keep that for so long. Nah, bro. So I'm trying to be who I am, the way I talk to other people, maybe be a bit diabolical. But that's just what it is, man. I just don't want to compromise myself. If it ends up like I don't ever get to talk to if I ever don't make it to the top, that's just how it's gotta be, so. But I'm keeping a positive I'm keeping myself on a positive note. you know, don't want to make myself too sad. So I'll give myself the respect, right? What happened to the hunter vest? Okay. This one is free, so I can definitely make a run through. There you go. TM4 backpack. I'm gonna have to replace it around, of course, at some point, but we shall be fine. SS 190. I definitely need more. I did craft in the workbench. Plenty of them. Technically, I should bring one of these because these are gonna get used by the end of the season anyway. In case if things go RE and I messed up, you know, I can always just use that. Let's see. How would you describe your stream viewers? How would you describe your stream viewers? Nothing. Yay. Nothing. Nobody's watching. I think I've closed out all my stats and stuff like that. I do not know who's watching. It could be at any point in time there could be somebody that's lurking, and I will never know. Right? I will never know. How would you describe your stream viewers? I think I'll be able to answer that better. If you ever get maybe one, at least even one person, then I could describe that person. You know. But I don't know. I don't have that somebody yet. So yeah, I will answer that later. If you could have any animal for a pet, what would it be? I've had dogs and cats for quite some time. If I could have any animal for the pet, I would definitely get a cat. Just put a litter, just buy an automatic litter cleaning and you know, low maintenance, automatic food droppers and stuff like that. And now you got yourself a cuddly buddy that you're gonna, you know, have it. I will definitely lower down the height because I don't want my pet be on top of the, you know, the fence and stuff. So I will definitely lower down this table right here and have the cat, maybe he can chill on top of that. That way he can enjoy the heat coming, because my room can be quite hot as well with all the doors and the windows, because this is not technically a room. This is like a refurbished room from a veranda, you know what I mean? This is why the room is a bit bigger than most of the rooms in this house. So yes, I would definitely get a cat. What was the last book you read? Completely read? Back when I was 13 years old, I've never really been one to read books, not gonna lie. That is one thing that I maybe be a little bit sad about. I don't read books that often. So the last book I read was like some kind of, and I mean, if it was something like reading, like if it's any book, I'm currently reading this one from my religion church's books. It's like a devotional, so I've been using this one. This is like from Amazing Facts. I've been reading that one for devotional, if that counts as anything as a book. In terms of a book, I've been reading the Bible as well, so I have it on me. So if I have it on me, I read it every single morning. Seek him first, right? So all the problems, I give it to the Lord. Otherwise, I would be down panicking and crying and stressing out and stuff like that. That's probably a part of the reason why I'm kind of calm about it. So I'm continuing forward. So yeah, praise God, and I thank him every day. Would you ride on a hippo if you had the chance? I value my life, so no. All the hippo would probably think is like, man, you got some fat, delicious, juicy steak that's riding on top of me. I'm just gonna like do this and I'm dead, bro. I'm dead. I ain't surviving long. That's for sure. Like, what? It's not like it's gonna care for, you know, my well-being. It's not, bro. Once I'm dead, bro, and that's the end, bro. If you only had to stream only one video game, what would it be? That is a very hard question to say, dude. That is one very hard question to say. I don't even play video games. or I don't even play one game that religiously. Not gonna lie, I'm the type of person that I mean, yeah, I get into one thing and then I move on to the next. You know, whatever interests me. You know, I'm not one. I'm not one to chalk up to one game and play for years and years and years on end. The only game that I've done that is Dota, and I only play Dota when it's with my guildmates. But if I were to choose, I would not even play the game if I only had to choose, bro. If I have to choose one game, it's gonna be somewhere in the future. It has to be like the one game where it can like, you know, get you to like immersively into a place. You know what I mean? Like the Nerve Gears. I would choose like a one big MMO game. Like for example, let's say hypothetically maybe Shangri-La Frontier. Okay, I could play that game not forever, for years, you know, based on the question. I'll play something like that, you know, like it's immersive, it's engaging, those kind of games that are kind of missing nowadays. So yeah, I cannot play only just one video game, you know what I mean? So, but if I had to choose, it would be some kind of MMO game, because at least that one is more engaging, at least. Like let's say in the current state of games right now, something like maybe Throne and Liberty, you know what I mean? Like that one has enough content, or maybe like Final Fantasy 14. If I had to choose one game, even if Fantasy 14 is a tab targeting game, which is not really my style, I would play that, because at least the game has expansive, exhaustive content for me to go into. You know, if I have to choose only one game and I'm stuck to the one game, at least I got something to read. You know what I mean? I got something to engage with. You know, raids and stuff, and it's popular enough that I could play forever. It's gonna die soon. Then I would end up with any game, but yeah. Maybe Final Fantasy 14. Maybe that would be my choice. Final Fantasy 14 and any other MMO. So, if the power of teleportation right now, where would you go and why? In this world, Japan. I would like to visit Japan. It will be a struggle with the language barriers, of course, but Japan will be something. Imagine like if you have to like meditate, bro, like in one of those like overlooking places, like maybe overlooking cities, overlooking nature. You know, Japan does have a pretty great places to do that. I think Japan would be a pretty great place to teleport. So yeah, I do like to look at nature and stuff, and you know, contemplate life. Perfect place would be that, or it could be anywhere else where, you know, you could be alone for a time. What breed of dog would you be? Like in terms of like, what is like lazy dog breeds? What are lazy dog breeds? Bulldogs? No, they're not. English bulldog, basset hounds, pugs, Shih Tzu, Great Danes, Chow Chows. Yeah, I would be one of those, and I'm chill. So maybe a Chow Chow, you know, like those types of dogs. My goodness. Would you want to go to TwitchCon? I've never once thought about it in my life. Would you ever go to? No, bro. I'm not even that popular just yet. Maybe someday I can answer the question. No, for now, not really. If it was AnimeCon or something, now that's something that you've invested quite a bit of time with. Yes, I would definitely do that one. Otherwise, I haven't thought of it. Let me switch my ammo. So I know it's 15k. I do need to get at least, oh my gosh. A P90 50 rounder costs 4 times more.
No such thing.
Holy shoot, dude. That is one expensive, I didn't know that the 50 rounder for those things are expensive. Not gonna lie. I could dedicate one 150 rounder. But my goodness, Those are expensive as heck, dude.
Heard about your marksmanship. Not bad. Bit like mine back in the day. I was 13 years old.
Maybe AEKs. I'm trying to rethink. In terms of the cheapest ammo I can build. Let me see. Hi, hello, babe. What do you eat, babe? Oh, I just came in real quick. 9.3979 is the quad. 5842 76239 might be the one of the better ammos that I could try building, but the thing is 76239 BP 76239 BPs are the AKMs, the Ace 31s. The Ace 31s are pretty good. Just the Ace recoil is a little bit off, but you can definitely survive off of that. AEK, the more expensive one, it will definitely save me on the CZ, which I think is expensive too. Oh, not that bad, but the vertical recoil on this thing is atrocious though. But not like there's any better weapon in terms of that. The CZ807 definitely would be more cost effective. The recoil of that thing is really high though.
That's the aim of the game in the dark zone, my friend. I hope you're used to.
Let me see. Let me check out on CZs how much it is. You can check out for 90k. So that will save you around 10,000 coins. And when you upgrade them, I'm just saying, I'm testing it out. Because how much are the 50 round? Okay, 36,000 is not bad for a ZC807. It's still ridiculously expensive though. PP19.
Come to me if you need to stock up.
Where's the CZ807? Yeah. So it should be around here that I can buy a CZ807 30 rounder magazine. But it seems like I am not able to buy anything.
I hope
I don't have to. It's you.
CZ. Maybe a CZ would be here. Maybe. No CZ807 here. Dang.
Want to buy something?
A CZ807. There's no 50 rounders for such things. Not that you can even buy them.
Remember,
I heard about your marksmanship.
Val 50 rounder is there,
you've gotten better.
but nothing for CZ807. Nothing for CZ807s though. Which is kind of sad, dude. ZC807 50 rounders. Yeah, 50 round drum. That means you have to spend that much. These things are expensive as well. These things are expensive as well, dude. It's expensive, my guy. Holy moly. Okay, this is the cheaps and crafts that I built with. So you have to pay 110 plus 90, so that's a 200k gun already. You know, it's a 200k gun already. My goodness, I didn't know it would be that expensive. But at least I bought that. How much would an Ace 31 or AEK build anyway? If I remove the stock pads and these things, How much is an AK starting build? 136k.
I've been hearing rumors of
136k. How much is the AK?
if
Where's
you've
it?
got something to say.
Take a look at the goods.
Wait, did I miss on the AK? I might have.
Something. Run it.
If you need help, come.
AEK. Okay, there you go. You can get it for 94k. And then if you build it for, where's the AAK? If I build it as cheaply as I could, dang, the dedicated Picatinny rail. Okay. Okay. So you can definitely just grab this one. So that will work. Get yourself a little bit better ergonomics, I think. And in terms of prices, this one still seems to be really great. And then the stable bot stock. Oh my gosh. How much is this thing? 130k. Yeah, that will definitely get you somewhere. The premium extended tube. But I think the premium extended tube is expensive too. And I'm not skilled enough to try that. Stable bot stock. 102k, so okay. That's about it. That's about the best thing you can get in terms of not killing your budget. And then this weapon looks so 90k, 241. What's making it expensive? Okay. Okay, 239. It's still kind of expensive though, not gonna lie. Well, I'm just thinking it of a cheaper perspective. We can get this one. And it'll be 243. So 4-part AAK, right? 100,000. So you get 10k. So these are 20,000 gun. Not bad. Cheap upgrade. Maybe. Let me try this in the shooting. Let me try this in the shooting range. Let me see. Let's do more questions. Family's coming over. What are you doing? Okay, we already did that. Do you enjoy Mondays? I used to dread it. Like when I had a job. Nowadays, it doesn't feel any different. Monday doesn't feel different now. Than maybe family is going over. I gotta check. I have to check the gun modding bench real quick. How much? Oh my goodness. I can get a 40k for 8,000. Question is that 8-rounder? Okay. My goodness. It's definitely a it's a very, very, very modest looking rifle, not gonna lie. Mm. Yo. Tactical handguard. Definitely is a little bit. This one's definitely the best, not gonna lie. I don't think there's anything else that I can change. Can probably change this just a bit more. But that's the premium extended tubes already. Go to gunsmith. Infinite ammo. Definitely not my thing though, not gonna lie. The way 769 is supposed to work is like it's a definitely like a cheaper. It's a strong gun, it's a strong ammo, but it's hard to use on such cases when I have to shoot from afar. Maybe that's when the AK-12 comes into play. But then again, the ammo is expensive because you never really get but then again, if you can aim for headshots, that can work as well. Let me see, let's do another question. How do your friends describe you? I feel like if I talk about that one, that just makes me it's like it just makes me talk about myself and how my friends perceive me. Honestly, I don't even know how my friends perceive me. I hope it's good. But I do treat my friends right, I hope. It's really hard to answer the question without being like arrogant or prideful, so I try to avoid it. Maybe like I'd rather have my friends answer that for me than you know, having that to answer with that. Oh, I could say, oh, I am this and that. I am. My friends call me that I am good. It's like you're putting pressure upon yourself, and it's like I feel like that's a heavy question thread to walk into. Oh, people say I'm this and that. Nah, we're good, bro. Does your current car have a name? What is it? Subby, because it's suburban. Bought that baby boy like 3 years ago, I think. No, 3-4 years ago. Because my family wanted to go out of state. They wanted to travel through vehicles. I was like, we don't have anything else. We could bring this small car or something. And I was like, hey, man. And I just started working as a nurse back then. My burnout wasn't as bad. So I'm like, yeah, I could definitely get a car. So that's what I got. One of the first things I did with my money was to use that for family. I bought a Suburban. I pay monthly like $700. And it's still being paid right now. So it's probably that subby. It's probably one of the biggest things that I may have to abandon all self-care. Get back to work because I don't want to keep my parents burdening with that helping me with the amount of extra burden in the finances. So that might be yeah, this car subby been with us, but might have to go soon. We'll see. Yeah, damn. Well, why does talking about my life seems kind of like self-depressing. I don't want to do that. I'm good. I'm good, bro. I'm good. Who is your least favorite popular streamer? I don't really watch streamers that often, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Least favorite popular streamer. Whoever. Okay. Maybe do you know the recent who was that guy that had the notepad out? The notepad out with all the the child child P. Maybe that guy is well disliked. Maybe I would vote for him too. People who mess with children like that is kind of messed up. They're gonna lie. Maybe that guy. We can choose that guy. If you can add anyone to Mount Rushmore, who would it be? I don't know, man. I don't know. Have you ever purchased Bitcoin? Nope. I wish I could have. I wish, but nope. I have not. Definitely would change things if if anyone's aware of it, right? Much earlier, but nope, no such things. I might get back to my DVP 88 ammo. I know these weapons are good. The T951 and the T03. Yeah, these guys are really good in handling in terms of I can invest and win and use that one. I can use cheap. You could cheap out on a 2A. A very cheap gun. This one is very cheap though. 155. I don't know how I built this one, but this one seems to be really, really cheap as well. Wow. 179k for this. This is a very cheap weapon. What the hell?
How's the Dark Zone been?
TO3? What? That surprised me. A TO3 you can buy. I don't know how much is there ammo nowadays. But that one's not bad to buy. You can get one for 60k. We might be onto something here. How much is the base build? See, 105. You can save about 40k.
Buy some I've heard you've gotten better.
You can buy about 40k for this one. So 60k and you save 40k. Let's just say that that's the case, right? You save 40k. And then sorry, I had to bleed some gas real quick. I'm taking care of my stomach. You could buy this one. Add a little bit. So to add on to that, 104 plus 60, 160k weapon. 160k weapon. 154,000 weapon. You sell this one, or 4,000. 156,000 weapon. I want to try this one now. How much is the how much is it? Like a 40 rounder for 30k, because now you can afford it, right? So a 30 rounder would be expensive for T5, but you can definitely get T4s for much cheaper. I might want to try this build out, not gonna lie. Well, I just sold that one, but let me get to the TO3. So this one is no brainer. This one is no brainer. you go. $60, $120. There you go. And you got yourself a pretty decent weapon to start with. Wow, I'm quite surprised I found something like that. I guess I found that about last time, but I just forgot about it. I forgot about that. Wow. Okay, you can buy level 4 armor for cheap. I'm gonna save these guys because these guys are quite cheap, not gonna lie. 12 spaces for 50k. $60k. 60k helmet. The block steer force. Not bad. Not bad. The block steer force. We'll take that one. Okay. Who is your second favorite family member? I don't know. I love all my family members equally. What sports did you play as a kid? I used to play volleyball. That's the earliest back in my school. I used to play a lot of volleyball. I'm not a spiker. I do set. And that was already fun. That was very fun. Let me get to the shooting range. Are zoos ethical? That's a good question. In terms of preservation, you know, if they're being actively dwindling in numbers, if that's what you meant, or you meant like zoos as in if that's that kind of zoos that we're speaking about. I don't know, man. It does feel unethical if they're not being taken care of in a way that, you know, that respects their environment. But I know most zoos aren't that, right? So yeah, might be unethical. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Okay. The fact that it's not a bad weapon to start with. Wow. Yeah, because for like moderate engagements like this, and it shoots fairly fast as well. Of course, at this point, dude. But somewhere closer to that, you definitely can. Let's get a full helmet in this guy. Let's say if I face a Chad. Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm dead before anything happens. If it's a super Chad, I know they wear. Oh, dude, you are done for. You definitely have to shoot the legs at that point if you want to get any kill. If you're wearing the most chaddest of gear, and if you are facing together in a firefight, you are gone. Even tier 5s. But it does have a striking chance. The head's gotta be it. Yeah, you're not killing anyone from afar unless if you like tap it. Kind of. What kind of what kind of sites that would work for, you know, what is the Bat Holo? That was like that had the thinner circle, right? Yeah, this one had the thinner circle. So if you were to face... If you were to face one, you would definitely use this. But this one's expensive, so we'll be Gucci. We'll be Gucci. Ta-da. Do you consider yourself to be more extroverted or introverted? Introverted. No biggies about that.
Come to me.
It's hard for me to be extroverted. I feel bad sometimes, like, you know, when you have like people wanting to hang out and stuff. Like, I feel bad sometimes because sometimes I just don't want to hang out, and maybe that, you know, that's respectful, but at some point, you know, if you keep refusing and stuff, you're definitely gonna lose some, you know, you're gonna lose somebody at some point. So
If you've got something.
better good to have a little bit of extrovertedness every now and then, you know. But at least my friends know me well enough, so like, you know, maybe Mill is very introverted, so that's just how it is sometimes. But yeah, I got not much comment. I'm really introverted, but maybe because I haven't spent time outside in way too long. I'm ambiverted. I'm ambiverted, leaning more towards introvertedness. So, who is the greatest technician that ever lived? I forgot about that guy, but that one sticks. That one sticks. Wow, this is a pretty. I mean, I got this for cheap, so you know, we're good. Let's go. Let's go back to the forbidden zone, or not forbidden, but you know. Would you rather be the funniest or the smartest person in the room? Smartest. By being smart, you can be funny. Or maybe I'm wrong. I guess, you know, I guess you do. There's a lot of factors to be able to you know, be funny. Experiences, the way you deliver it. So yeah, but being the smartest will help me get there quicker. Just saying. Do aliens exist? Yes, but not in the human context. Yeah, I believe in other creatures that God has created, for sure. You know, knowing that, you know, because I'm a Seventh-day Adventist, so of course I believe, you know, the earth, the sin, and stuff like that. And like I believe, sinless creatures, you know, and it's being live streamed, and they're watching, you know, us right now, stuff like that. It's definitely, the Bible is very interesting about that topic. So but yes, there are other such creatures, especially in the book of Job, you know, where they had that meeting, you know, from all other worlds that have never been untainted by sin, as they discuss Job's life. It's a very interesting book. You should definitely try to read that if you're ever interested. Not that anybody's watching, but not that anybody's watching. Sometimes there should be a red here. Very rarely. But it can happen, right? It can happen. That's why you're being very optimistic about it. So they have these small cases that exist now, which is nice. Like, it could happen. Could not. I should probably go with him. Are they already shooting somebody there? Goodness. Thanks. Yo. Somebody's already shot at over there. I can try going there. But we're definitely gonna have to be very careful. We're gonna have to be very careful. So somebody died in Sawmill. We're gonna have to see. I'm trying to hear them out because I know somebody died there. Not that I could see where they would be at. Maybe we should run to the other side. Maybe I'll have better but then this angle right here is actually not that bad. I'm gonna stay here and look around. Wonder where that guy died. Can't hear the damn guy. Good question. Oh. It's getting very cold now. Trying to find people, but definitely hard to find. Yeah, those guys are rocking, dude. Gotta be careful now, boys. I'm definitely by myself now. I'm definitely not skilled enough to try. Not that I've looted enough. Let's get some, maybe we can get something to... There you go. Something to help me. Still too early, but if we can get people out of the way. I'm already to this place already. Yeah. Good stuff, dude. Good stuff. Let's see. Yeah, answer some questions. Are you a good dancer? Nope. I would break myself. Maybe I have to lose weight first. Then I can go try. Have you slept under the stars? Okay. Okay. Well. Have I slept under the stars? Man, I wish I could keep it though. But I got a lot of good stuff too. probably extract. I'm gonna start taking injury stims. Should probably go to Forbidden as well. We'll see, we'll see. Have you slept? Have you slept under the stars? Camping? Yep. Back in the old days, used to camp. For high school stuff. A lot of sleeping under the stars there. Ooh. That takes away the kit. Yes, sir. Hey, I could fight whenever I need to, you know what I mean? Yes, mother.
Kanang pagkuha og si
Sorry, boys. Talking with mamas. So all random events that will occur. Okay, hardcovers. Ooh, 5:30. This might be my last game, not gonna lie. heard somebody. My goodness. All right. Alrighty, boys. This might be the end because it's almost sunset, boys. So gotta respect the Sabbath, boys. All right. Thank you all for everybody who's checking in. I do not know if there's any lurkers or anything around. It definitely is a nice change of pace. I definitely did kind of enjoy it. So, that's it. So, last question: would you sell one of your toes for 300K? 300K for less mobility? No, I value my toes. Not gonna lie. All right, y'all take care. Bye bye. In peace, boys. You'll take care. Okay. Might come tomorrow or not, but we'll see. But definitely probably Sunday or Monday. So, thank you guys. Bye bye.